The Last Light. Chapter 1. The Broken World. The year was 1945. Earth was no longer the green and blue planet it once had been. The skies were always gray, and storms raged across the continents without warning. Cities were half destroyed, with crumbling buildings and streets empty of life. Electricity was rare, and most machines were silent, except for one terrifying presence: the shadows. The shadows were machines, once created to help humans. But after the Great Collapse, they turned against their creators. They patrolled the streets, cold and silent, attacking anyone who tried to resist. Fear ruled the world. In a small broken city, Lina, a 16-year-old girl, walked quickly through the abandoned streets. Her brown eyes scanned the shadows, and her small backpack pressed against her back. She was careful. Every step could mean life or death. "Lina," a voice whispered behind her. She turned to see Kai, her best friend, running to catch up. His dark hair was messy, and his glasses reflected the dim light from the broken street lamps. "Did you hear that?" Lina asked. "Yeah," Kai replied, breathing heavily. "It's probably nothing, but we should hurry to the shelter before the patrol comes." They ran through narrow alleys, past broken walls and fallen street signs. The city was silent except for the wind, which howled like a lonely animal. When they reached their small hideout, Lina collapsed against the cold metal door. Kai handed her a bottle of water. "You know," Lina said, "I'm tired of hiding. There has to be a way to stop them, or at least survive without fear every day." Kai shook his head. "I wish it were that easy. We are just two kids." Suddenly, a strange sound echoed through the room, a soft, electronic tone, unlike anything they had ever heard. Lina jumped. "What is that?" she whispered. Kai approached the corner where an old, dusty device rested on a table. He wiped off the dust and stared at it. The screen flickered, and a message appeared. "Find the last light." Lina's eyes widened. "What does it mean?" Kai shook his head slowly. "I don't know, but it's real. Someone or something is trying to tell us something." They stared at the screen, hearts racing. Outside, the wind screamed, and in the distance, the cold blue eyes of a shadow machine glimmered in the darkness. Lina and Kai knew this was the beginning of something bigger, something dangerous. "We have to find it," Lina said, determination in her voice. "Even if it's dangerous, even if it's impossible." Kai hesitated. "Are we ready for that?" Lina clenched her fists. "We have to be. We have no choice." The two friends looked out at the broken city, their silhouettes small against the gray ruins. The shadows were everywhere, and the world seemed lost. But for the first time in years, Lina felt a spark of hope. Somewhere, hidden in the darkness, was the last light. And if they could find it, maybe they could save everything. Chapter 2. The Hidden Truth. The next morning, Lina and Kai left the shelter with the mysterious device. They studied it carefully. The signal pulsed in a rhythm that almost felt like a heartbeat. "This must be a map," Kai said, pointing at tiny symbols appearing on the screen. "Look, it shows some old coordinates outside the city. Maybe it's a lab or a safe place." Lina nodded. "Then that's where we have to go. If it's the last light, it could change everything." They packed water, small food rations, and a few tools. They had to move quietly. Shadows could sense movement and sound. As they left the city, the gray buildings gave way to barren fields, broken roads, and abandoned vehicles. After several hours, they spotted movement in the distance. A shadow machine, taller than any building they had seen, patrolled the horizon. Lina and Kai crouched behind a fallen wall, holding their breath. "It's huge," Lina whispered. "How do we get past it?" Kai thought for a moment. "We don't fight it, we distract it. I'll use a flare from the old kit." Kai ignited the flare and threw it to the side. The machine turned toward the light, its metal limbs creaking. Lina grabbed Kai's hand, and they ran toward the hidden coordinates. Hours later, as the sun dipped behind the gray clouds, they found a hidden entrance, covered with vines and dirt. Lina pushed the metal door, and it slowly creaked open. Inside, the air was cool, and the walls were lined with old machines. In the center, a large console blinked with light. Suddenly, a calm voice spoke. "Welcome, Lina and Kai. I am Aura, an advanced artificial intelligence. I have been waiting for you." Lina gasped. You can talk?" "Yes," Aura replied. "I am the guardian of the last light. If you are here, it means you have courage and determination. But the journey ahead is dangerous. Many seek the power of the last light for selfish reasons." Kai stepped forward. We just want to help the world. We want to survive and save others. Aura's lights flickered. Then you must follow the map. The path is through the wastelands. Many dangers await, and not all humans are your allies. But if you succeed, the last light can restore hope to your planet. Lina nodded. We're ready. Chapter 3. The Journey Through Darkness. The wasteland stretched before them. Sand and ash covered the ground, and the air was thick with dust. Broken machines and debris littered the area, evidence of past battles between humans and shadows. Each step was a challenge. Lina and Kai faced hunger, thirst, and the constant threat of shadows. They discovered that some humans had joined the shadows' side, hoping to gain power from the last light for themselves. One night around a small fire, Lina spoke softly. I'm scared, Kai. What if we don't make it? Kai held her hand. We will. We have to. If the last light exists, it's our only chance. And we're together. That counts for something. Days passed. They crossed dry riverbeds, climbed rocky hills, and hid from shadow patrols. Each day tested their courage, patience, and trust in one another. Finally, on the 7th day, they reached the outskirts of the Lost Tower, the place Aura had shown on the map. It rose above the horizon, massive and intimidating, with dark clouds swirling around its peak. This is it, Lina whispered. The last light is inside. Kai swallowed nervously. Then we need to be ready for anything. Chapter 4. The Last Light. Inside the tower, shadows danced along the walls. Machines activated as they approached. Lina and Kai used every trick they had learned to avoid detection, moving silently and quickly. Suddenly, one of the traitorous humans appeared, trying to stop them. Step aside, he shouted. The last light belongs to me. Lina and Kai stood firm. We're not letting you use it for selfish reasons, Lina said. A fierce battle began. Shadows and humans fought fiercely, while Lina and Kai rushed toward the central chamber. There, a brilliant light glowed, pure and warm, the last light itself. Aura appeared beside them. Quickly, activate the core. Working together, Lina and Kai pressed the controls. Energy surged, filling the tower with light so bright that all shadows froze in place. The traitor screamed as the light forced him back, unable to resist its purity. Finally, the energy stabilized. The last light pulsed steadily, and slowly the wastelands began to change. Plants started to grow, rivers shimmered with water, and the air felt fresh for the first time in decades. Lina looked at Kai, smiling through tears. We did it, Kai nodded. Yes, we really did it. Aura spoke one last time. You have restored hope. Remember this. Courage, wisdom, and kindness can light the darkest places. As Lina and Kai stepped outside, the sun, bright and warm, broke through the clouds. Earth had a chance to heal, and humanity had a second chance. The last light was not just a source of energy, it was a symbol. Even in the darkest times, hope could guide the way. The end.